We're back. We are absolutely back. And I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing right now, but we are back for another episode of Season 4. Jazz, keep it together. Back for Season 4, another episode of The Return. This would be week 3.
The Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, probably. You weren't even born when that come out. For like 10 years, you child. And on that note, we have the child of the moment. We have the Rook. G Temps. G George.
Where'd you get G Temps from?
Isn't that your Instagram handle?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
My TikTok handle, actually.
So it wasn't made up. It is a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing.
So if you not know who Georgia is and you are an external Virtus listener, Georgia is our newest employee. Not trainee, employee, somehow. We'll get into that later, don't worry.
Yeah.
My favourite thing to say.
Yeah.
And I have no idea what we're going to do for an hour, but this is going to be interesting.
This is going to be fun.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, okay.
Jazz is also here. Welcome, Jazz.
Thank you.
Jazz is co-hosting today, under duress, as per usual.
Yes.
Heart rate. Go on then.
Why? You were trying.
Apple Watches, inferior. Take their time.
Yeah.
Garmin's superior.
Nah.
Yeah.
Actually, it's 2-1 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but mine has
You're
the power of
outnumbered.
yours times 2.
No, it doesn't.
I think it might.
Mine is not loading, so.
Rest my case. 64 I am, just for those playing along at home.
I want to know what mine is.
While these two absolute pretzel heads sort their shit out.
It's 96.
96? Oh my word.
My God. 1 minute ago was 73.
That's before we started.
Yeah, well. True.
Well, we might have started.
Okay.
Shall we?
Yeah, we shall.
When do you want to start?
I don't know.
Yeah, this is exciting. What do you want to start with, Jazz?
How did you find out about Virtus?
We got right in there.
Yeah.
Oh, go on then.
Well, I actually did a training session at footy here with Mitchell.
You're welcome.
And, you
Went
know,
full
rocked up.
Warkill. I went full Warkill for an hour.
Yeah, we did booty club.
Yeah, we did.
That was painful. That's
Peachy.
probably PTSD, yeah.
Peachy.
Yeah, very.
Anyway, continue.
And after the session, I was like, do you guys do work experience? And you were like, yep. So I then did work experience for exactly 19 weeks.
Was it really 19 weeks?
Yeah.
Felt
My maximum was 20, but I was sick 1 week, so
Felt so much longer.
yeah.
Well, I mean, you were with Mitch every session.
Wow.
You weren't with me.
Hey, I am a treat.
I actually did extra
Are you?
too.
Yeah, she did.
I did
She
extra
She
too
did more
'cause
than required.
yeah, I came in on school holidays
Little overachiever.
when I wasn't allowed to. Yeah.
Yeah, and it didn't end up too badly, now did it?
Now you're here.
Yeah.
So let's go
There you go.
back
Okay.
to Little Georgia.
What's
What's Little Georgia like? Well, littler because you are still 12. Yeah, we hired a minor. We are paying minimum wage, I promise.
what do you mean, little Georgia? Like how long?
What was
ago?
Little Georgia like? What was little baby Georgia like?
Annoying from what my mum.
No, what was a little Georgia like? Not current Georgia. Primary school Georgia. Let's start there. So like
Private
a year
school?
ago. No, primary.
Oh, primary.
Yeah, so before we continue to delve into Georgia's brain, which is a horrifying task,
Yeah, it is.
we're just going to clearly outline our roles for the day. My role is to keep these two on track. Jazz's role is not to laugh, and Georgia's role is to somehow put coherent sentences together. So that's where we're at. Thoughts? Feelings? Emotions?
Jazz laughed as soon as she
I
said
know.
not to
Highest
laugh.
one, mate. Little Georgia, tell us.
Like how far? Like what year in primary school?
Oh, you're going to go specifics.
Prep. Yeah.
Prep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, it can't be that long ago. You didn't, you know.
Georgia doesn't remember what she had for lunch, did it?
Yeah.
If you could hear thinking, that's what it sounds like. No, what did you like? What were you into? Like, what are your hobbies? What was your friend group like? You know.
I played a lot of basketball.
Yes.
Actually, I did. I think it was four or 5 years for breakers.
Go break.
I did D breaks, and
Jazz doesn't know what that is. Would you?
just like a
No.
little starting version.
It's
Basically.
like Oz kick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did that with my older brother and my sister for
Pause.
a bit. Pardon? Yeah, crispy.
It was a kombucha.
I'm
We
gonna.
can't drink
That
her in
sounds
minus.
awesome.
Okay. I'm going to like highlight that in the podcast, by the way. I'm going to make that extra loud.
Okay. Georgia knows how to edit.
Yeah, I do.
Anyway, carry on. We're getting distracted.
Yeah, I played a lot of basketball. I think I did gymnastics.
Did you identify as a baller?
I was a baller.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Hardcore baller. I did domestic at Mount Eliza and then rep for breakers. And that was a time in my life, I must say. Some enjoyable, some not. That's why I don't really touch a basketball anymore. But that lasted a while. That was way before footy. And then my friend group, my little friend,
Your
Shauna.
posse?
Yeah, my one friend that I had for a while. Still friends.
That's one more than me. Anyway.
Yeah, she needs to text me back. I'll send this to her, honestly. She doesn't text me back that much anymore, but that's okay.
You want to talk about that?
Just on delivered a lot, to be honest.
I need you in the video format of this podcast, Georgia, to put a Jazz giggle count in the corner, please.
I sure can.
Yeah.
That means I have to watch the whole podcast.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm all for that, actually, yeah.
And there's the sound of thinking again. Anyway, basketballer, yes, baller, friends.
Yeah, I had one friend that I can recall and then another that everyone thought we were sisters, and it was a running joke for a while because we were 3 days apart. It was a running joke that, you know, my mum had us both, but she was just in labour for 3 long days. And I mean,
Your poor mother. Your mother is a saint.
Yeah, she is. She's pretty good. And yeah, that went in year 3. People believe you. Year 3, 4. So that was pretty funny.
I think I could probably tell you that now, and I think you would still believe me if that was my story.
Yeah.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Probably.
What was your favourite subject, class, thing to do?
Sport. I've always been.
What about apart from sport?
Apart from sport, maybe primary school. Maybe like art.
Yeah. Are you creative?
Not very.
Oh, I think you're pretty creative.
I was going to say, you make a good reel.
And Jazz is here, everyone.
Hey! Welcome back.
Yeah, we are 7 minutes in. But yeah, I think you are a bit creative. Thanks. I mean, we gave you a job to be creative, so
yeah,
you can't be too uncreative.
That's a good point.
It's probably not a word, but...
Uncreative.
Yeah, all words are made up, so it is now.
Wow.
That's my way of justifying words, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'd never really been a math kid or English kid, to be honest. Not very bright. Hence why I'm doing VCAL. But
There's nothing wrong with that. Good things come from VCAL.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yes.
Yeah. I liked my art. Kind of. More like
What were your activities at recess and lunch? What kind of
loom bands when they were a
Wait,
thing.
what?
I actually feel like I remember them. Were those Scooby things?
Yes.
And then they...
Scoobies and then the
Yeah.
loom bands
Yeah, I remember
that came
them.
in.
I remember
And
them.
you like knit well, not really knit, but you had
made
like
bracelets.
You had like a thing and you made bracelets. Yeah.
Were they? I feel like they were called something before that, and then they changed them because people started eating them or something, and they became poisonous.
Yeah, it was Georgia.
Honestly, probably you would have been that kid.
But in summer, I never wore a hat, so I always had to be under the big top. I always lost my hat.
How did you?
fucking all.
How did you?
No
lose
hat, no
your
play. Oh, I don't know. Just not in my bag. Left at home.
Oh,
Quite
Okay,
a lot.
I have no idea what those things are.
What?
it's because you're old.
Scoobies, whatever you call them.
Oh, they're like long.
I have no idea.
Like think of spaghetti, but a piece of like literally, but a piece of plastic, and you like knit them into bracelets. I probably still have some at home, to be honest.
I reckon you probably do.
I'll bring them in for a Virtus Arts and Crafts session.
Yeah, can you bring them in for show and tell at next meeting? Thanks.
Oh, you know what? I have a funny show and tell story. I got a guinea pig in year 5.
We've all heard this story, but I'd love everyone else to hear it.
I haven't heard it.
Okay,
go, boys.
this is primary school.
Strap in and strap on.
I got a guinea pig, and for context for everyone else, I own a greyhound, a very heavy hunting dog, because they are born and bred to race. She never raced, but still in her blood. And his name was Sylvester. He was a little black and white furry thing. And, you know, we went on AFL Grand Final day. Bulldogs won. Got a hut.
Wait, you brought your guinea pig to an AFL Grand Final?
No, I got it on AFL Grand Final day. Or like I got the little hut on AFL Grand Final day. And then as soon as I brought it home, my grandma said that's not going to last a week. and it actually lasted 4 days. So
She was right.
she was right. Yeah, I was holding him and I was brushing my hair and I was on my iPad making a Musical.ly throwback, and
I don't know what that is either.
it's like an
what's
older
Musical.ly?
version of TikTok, like before TikTok,
Is it like before Vine or after Vine?
during Vine.
Oh man, I'm
Very
so
much
old.
associated with Vine, I feel like.
I'm so old.
Yeah, you are.
I'm so old.
You're literally turning 26 tomorrow, aren't you?
No, because this is definitely coming out in the middle of Feb, so I'm already 26.
Happy birthday!
Yes, 26, but God, I feel like 46 talking to you sometimes.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
Anyways.
Anyway,
And I was meant to bring him in for show and tell the next day. And I'm holding him, you know, patting him, brushing my hair. And there's 2 ways into my bathroom, the main way and through my mum's wardrobe. And
Bougie.
Daisy,
Please
Well-
tell me your dog didn't eat it.
little snake that she is, she came through the wardrobe, snatched him up and said, see ya. He was gone. No show and tell for old Sylvester. Had to walk into class the next day empty-handed, which was kind of depressing. Must add.
my favourite part is your grandma was right. She knows you.
Yeah. God, yeah.
She was very right.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I know.
Well, you see, Sylvester was here.
You don't need to
Oh,
describe.
sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Georgia.
And I was home alone and I called my dad and it was raining and I called my dad. I'm like, Dad, Daisy got Sylvester. Like, what do I do? And my parents are split up. So he's like at his house and he's like, oh, I'm out. Sorry. Mum's working at Chadston. And my sister like comes home from school after that. And then he's just out on his hut in the rain. And I was fully prepared. I had a bike with a little thing at the front.
I was waiting for you to bring that up because I was going to make you.
I had a blanket in it. I was searching up the nearest vet. I gave him a call actually too. I was like, can I bring in my like half dead guinea pig because my dog just basically ate it. And they were like, oh, sorry, we actually like close in 30 minutes. And I was like, oh. Yeah. Anyways,
R.I.P.
Right.
rip Sylvester.
It's traumatic.
He was a
in
good bud
peace.
for 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's traumatic.
was very traumatic. I thought I'd never forgive her, but she's forgiven. So it's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Where were we?
All right, Tyler. Quote, unquote, T. Frost. So where were we?
So where were we?
For reference and for, what's the word I'm looking for here? For a description for everyone. It's not the word I'm looking for, but that's what we're going to go with.
Oh, okay.
That is Tyler every goddamn meeting when we're halfway through talking about something that's probably really important. Tyler goes, where were we? What are we talking about?
On his phone.
Oh,
Yeah.
On his
Space
phone.
Or downing
not
his
listening.
Milo thick shake.
Oh, yeah.
I missed this because
Yeah,
I
you
was
did.
dead.
No, you were
were.
sick.
You did. Migraine got me good.
It was a fun meeting.
Yeah.
It's because I was on there. Such a Debbie
You said
Downer.
it.
Well, we should go again. I actually want that milk. I regret not getting that thick shake.
Shout out.
How good did it look?
Shout out
looked
Milk
great.
Bar and Co.
Yeah, fantastic.
Shout
10
out
out
Milk
of
Bar
10.
and Co.
10 out of 10. Harvey loved
we
it too.
got the same thing.
Yeah, we did.
That was good.
You copied me.
Well, I added bacon to it, so just gotta say. But
What do you want to be when you grow up, Georgia? Getting
Oh.
us back on track again,
Yeah.
as per my role description for this podcast.
that's a tough question, and I actually like thinking about it a lot lately. Going into year 12, very stressful as well. Like, I don't know what I want to do. I'm just kind of
What
cruising.
did you want to do
What did I want to do?
in primary school? I want to be a race car driver.
I can't remember.
And for some people that have been in my car, they tell me I'm a race car driver.
It's true.
If they met my mother, they'd understand.
Oh, I don't know what I wanted to
Or was
be.
like your kid, like, shoot for the moon. They want to be an astronaut? Like, what do you...
Oh,
Policewoman?
nah. No, I can't remember.
That doesn't surprise me either.
It's really just. Oh, I'm trying to think.
What do you want to be, Jess?
Yeah.
Can't answer.
Damn it. I thought I lured you into a false sense of security.
Damn it. Can't answer that question.
I actually really liked animals, so probably like a zookeeper or something.
For the sake of the animals, I'm glad that never worked out. You have history.
Paul Sylvester.
You have history.
Paul Sylvester.
Poor Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone, that's good.
I know Sylvester is the cat that
Yeah.
it was probably named after, but yeah.
Probably, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually really liked animals.
Mm.
Meerkats. What are they called? They like jump around in the jungle and they're lemurs. I really liked lemurs.
You're basically describing two animals that describe you.
I I remember one time I went to Macca's and there was like a lemur toy and I was like, oh, I want that. So I got it in a Happy Meal and I had it for ages.
You just answered that like a meerkat. Have you not seen the ad?
How do you remember that, but you don't remember what you wanted to be?
I don't know. All I could think of when you asked me what I wanted to be is one year in primary school I dressed up as an elephant for dress up day.
God.
That really brought me to liking animals. I wanted a horse. I begged my mum for a miniature horse for a while.
I think at least one time, I don't know, this is a stereotype, but I'm sure every little girl wanted a horse or a pony. Or
a teacup pig. A very small pig that fit in a teacup.
That's normally what a teacup pig is, yes. It's a small pig.
Yeah.
And back on the rails.
Welcome back. Oh, okay, bye.
So where were we?
No, I really liked animals. But then obviously, like, I probably at some stage really wanted to play basketball. I really liked it until it was ruined for me. But, I guess that's what not very nice coaches do to you. He's not at Breakers anymore. Just gotta say that.
As it were?
Yeah.
What's the transition from like primary school to high school like?
Oh, terrifying. Oh, it was definitely very nerve-wracking.
What high school did you go to?
Mornington Secondary is where I started, yeah. Very nervous, yeah. I remember a week leading up to orientation. It was actually not a week. It was like Thursday and then I had orientation on Tuesday. I was at primary school and we were playing paper toss. And
wait, what's paper toss?
You know the game on your phone where you can like...
Now I know what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the lead at it.
Throw the piece of paper into the
Oh,
bin.
I remember that. Okay.
Hand-eye coordination.
Yeah. My friend was playing paper toss, so I'm my friend, and I'm playing paper toss, you know. And I was looking over, so it's like she was this, and I'm like looking over. She got the paper in the bin, flung the iPad up, and cut my cut below my eyebrow. And so I went to Year 7 orientation with a plaster on my eye and some stitches, and I wasn't allowed to swim. I was so devo. Because, like, Mornington was like, yeah, all the new Year 7s can, like, have a swim in the pool, and I wasn't allowed to. Because I wasn't allowed to
Did you do it anyway?
No, I wasn't allowed to get my stitches wet. So, no swim. But, like, apart from orientation day, like, this really does just beeline off from what you asked me, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I said. My job is to keep us on track. But sometimes you just got to let you go because it's entertainment.
Yeah, but probably I think the most recent was probably going into like a new school. That's also very nerve-wracking.
So where are you now for the people?
SEDA College.
Yes, doing.
Yes, football.
Yes.
At AFL Frankston.
What does that look like?
Just in like an everyday class.
Just every day.
Every day.
Yeah, what's it look like?
I'll explain
Being
a week.
In a different school. Yeah.
So Monday is VCAL day. We do all of our practical VCAL work, and the session in the morning goes for about 2 hours, and we have a break, and then. The last session is prac, so whether that's like AFL 9s or soccer or cricket or something like that. It's like, yeah. Then we end a day at 2:30, and then Tuesday is our vet day, so that's our more like heavy work. We get certificates and everything through vet, and that's all like workplace safety and all of that, and learning how to like a lot with kids because we do clinics as well. So it's a lot like how do you react when a kid acts like this, or like cultural backgrounds and learning words like inclusive language. So yeah, there's a lot of that. And then Wednesday's our half day. So we finish at 12:50 and that's mostly just catch up or like a day's left spare. If we're going out, like a full day activity, it'll be on a Wednesday because it'll either be for like work or something like that. There's no scheduled activity on that day. And then on a Thursday, it is a clinic. But for the first 4 weeks, we don't have clinics because obviously like the new kids have got to kind of like catch up and get used to everything. And then, Friday's work placement. So through school, we do structured work placement for the whole year, starting in term 2. So not the whole year, term 2, 3 and 4. And I did first like 12 weeks maybe with Frankston Football Club.
Shout out Fizz. Go Dogs.
Yeah. Shout out to Fizz. Probably just not my cup of tea. Didn't really enjoy
Hey,
it.
hey, Fizz is a great guy.
Oh, yeah, I love Fizz. No, Frankston.
Walked into that one.
Yep.
It's so easy.
Fizz actually, he came into our class one time, and then I was like, oh,
What was that experience like?
talking about his world travels. Yeah,
He does that a lot.
Yeah, I've heard.
He's a worldly character.
Yeah, we
Creature.
love him though. But yeah, anyways, work placement. Yep, I did not like it at Frankston. Probably just not my area of enjoyment. I was forced.
What made you realise that?
Probably just that I wasn't really getting anything out of it, and I wasn't really learning or progressing anything. I got to meet Charlie Curnow out of it, so I feel like that was pretty fun. But I was on the gates at a Carlton v Frankston game, and he came through. I was like, my God, it's Charlie Curnow. That was amazing. He's actually really tall and buff in person. So.
Hey, all right, stop drilling. Come on. Keep it together.
And
In a professional setting.
yeah,
Ish.
so ish. And I don't know. I wasn't really getting anything out of it. I felt like I was just kind of. It was Groundhog Day. Every Friday I'd wake up and I'd
What was it that made it feel like that?
The only task being like moving furniture or
That'll
cleaning.
do it.
Yeah.
I did that for a job, so I feel you.
Or like cleaning all the members' areas, or like getting ready for a function or something like that. It's like, I don't want to do this when I'm older. Like, I don't know. I'm not really getting anything out of picking up some chairs and moving them up a flight of stairs. So yeah, and then obviously when I found Virtus, I switched pretty much straight away. Was that Harvey?
It was Harvey.
I heard it.
Just downstairs.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Is he at the door? I hope not.
Be right back.
Yeah. And then obviously, I found Virtus and definitely changed my life. Is he at the door?
Welcome, Harvey, to the podcast.
Hello, Harvey. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast, you little nugget. Yeah, Virtus definitely changed my life. I don't remember what I was doing before I came here. Like, you know, if you get like an app on your phone and you don't remember what you did on your phone before you had that app. No, just me. Like, that's
Explain
me.
that to me, because I think I know what you mean. But
That's
what do you
me
mean?
with like Instagram. Like, what did I do on my phone before I like found myself scrolling through Instagram like
Okay, yeah,
every day?
Because it was just like
Yeah.
so ingrained in part of your life.
Yeah. That's me with like here. Like, I can't remember what I did before then. Because like, yeah, definitely changed my life. I'm so much of a better person now.
I'll start crying. Careful.
Yeah, I know.
Just wait until you read your birthday card.
Oh, God.
He's already read it.
I did read it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. It said, go fuck your birthday.
I know
That's
it
playing
did.
at
I
home.
thought it was funny. It was great. It's perfect.
Georgia gets me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely changed my life. I have a different outlook on everything now. Like, I have a different perspective on life, I feel like. I'm not really waking up
Look
and...
at you using big words.
I know.
You've been hanging out with Lockie, haven't you?
I have. I'm just waking up every day and realize, like, not taking it for granted, I feel like, is the most important thing. And just being grateful at every opportunity I'm being given. Like, through school, I wouldn't be here if I didn't go to SEDA. So, like, I'm grateful for them and grateful for footy for, like, obviously bringing me here, because I wouldn't have heard about Virtus if it wasn't for footy. I mean, I would have probably down the track, because, like, people I know go here. But, yeah, I can't remember what I did during a day.
No, you're part of the cult.
Yeah, definitely.
One of us.
Yeah.
One of us.
Wouldn't change it for the world, though. I love it here.
We didn't pay her to say that.
No, you didn't. I'm not being paid, so...
Cop that.
Oh,
Oof.
lucky.
It's the shit, Rook. Sucked in Georgia.
But, like, even, like, not being... Like, this is the thing. When I did 19 weeks of 5 to 10 hours every week, like, on one day of work experience, it wasn't me waking up and going, oh, I have to go to work experience for school. Like, I'm not getting paid for this. It was like, oh, yay, like, I get to go hang out at the gym and, like, you know.
Is that because Virtus gave you a purpose?
Yes, very much so.
What did you find as your purpose?
Why
Why are you still here? Or why did you say yes when we said, hey, George, I want to give you a job? Because I know you didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I did not see it coming.
You didn't know how to take it either when I told you.
It got to the end of the 19 weeks and I was like, oh, like, I don't know where am I going to go? Like, what am I going to do with my Fridays now? Or, like, the rest of my week? Like, but yeah, what, like, purpose? I felt I don't know, like that is very like hard on my brain.
We got time. It's a podcast. Also, you're going to edit it, so
Yeah, true.
if you pause for 2 minutes here, no one's going to know.
I felt like
And you don't need to know your purpose either. You are still literally 12.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a mean way. No one asks you this question until you get old enough to go, shit, I don't really know.
Yeah.
And then you go, let me reflect. You've had time to reflect on
a what?
cereal.
Yeah, I was going to say, reflect.
Coffee's very nice. Reflect on eating cereal and I can't do it again.
Eating what?
Eating what? Cereal?
I can't do it, yeah.
Yeah, did you say
Celery?
Yeah.
Celery.
Celery?
It's Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday.
It's Friday.
We're battling.
TGIF.
You haven't had time to reflect on anything because you hadn't done anything before.
Yeah.
You've been dictated by a education system that you need to be XYZ here at this time because of this, so we're going to do this. Which is hard to find a purpose until you get out of that.
Yeah. And it
So
also...
on that note,
well...
what's your purpose? You said you found one.
Well, I don't, like...
Take your time. Relax.
I'm, like, really trying to think of, like...
Oh, we can hear it.
How I can... the ticking of my brain is, like...
it's more like a clunking, but anyway.
Yeah. You know the monkey with the 2 plates?
That's
Yep.
Tess.
Yeah.
We do know that.
It's episode 2 of season 4. I don't know what number it actually is, but Tess and I spoke about being the monkey a lot, which is probably why you two get along really well.
Yeah, yeah. True.
Yeah, light bulb.
Light bulb. I actually am very flattered when people say I'm like Tess because she's pretty smart.
She's a pretty cool chick.
Yeah, she's a very cool chick.
She's also, way
Shout
smarter
out, Tess. You better watch this.
She'll be watching, listening.
Yeah.
She'll listen.
She'll listen. Yeah.
Purpose, tell me.
Purpose.
I'm not letting you get off the hook here.
I'm like, what? I'm trying to...
Jazz, what's your purpose?
Yeah, you do it first because I'm trying to like get an outline in my head of what I'm trying to think of. TikTok.
We are still here.
My purpose, I love coming to a workplace where I get to actually see change in people's life and make whatever it is impacting them at all different workplaces of actually seeing results and helping them get better, whether that's physically or changing behaviour and just being around really good people. Probably my purpose.
Had that thinking time go for you, George?
Yeah. My purpose, I don't know if this is a purpose, but this is just what comes to my head.
Oh, God, here we go.
Is probably like being able to come into something that I can call work and be like, oh, okay, like these people actually visibly want me here and like they show that they care about me and like I enjoy my time. And as much as I probably wish it didn't go fast when I was here because like obviously time flies when you're having fun, but when I'm here, time does go very fast because I am having fun. And it's, very happy to be in a place where I feel like family because I know for other kids my age, obviously like part-time jobs, just like KFC, Woolies. Shout out Woolies. And is Tyler closing the doors?
Yeah,
Probably.
It's not thunder. I thought it was for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Anyways, just coming to a place where I can call work and also call it home and also call the people here family. And like Jazz says, seeing a change in other people, but also seeing a change in myself.
It's also probably the first time you've had ownership over something.
Yeah.
When I say, hey, Georgia, I need this, you go, what's that?
Yeah.
What do I do?
Yeah.
Georgia, you're in charge. Go do it.
Because I've always just had...
You haven't had to. For the most part, you don't need to make your own decisions going through primary school and high school because they're all done for you.
Yeah, very much so. Especially like even at Woolies, a lot of it's done for you.
What do you want to achieve at Virtus?
What do I want to achieve?
Yeah, what do you want to get out of it?
That's also a very big
Yeah, welcome to podcasting.
thinking
I can
question.
sit back here with my feet up and just ask these big questions to you and watch the world burn.
Yeah.
What made you say yes to a job first? Because it's not an area you've worked in before. What is your job for those that don't know?
I am
What is your title?
social media and marketing manager.
Yeah, you're a manager. You're a big dog.
Yeah.
You are the boss.
Big dog.
Yep.
What did you say? What was the question?
I did that about 10 times, don't worry.
Jazz was also like, wait, what did he just say?
Yeah, nervous. What's the question? And then ask again.
Yeah.
Yeah, what things do you have ownership of to start with? But then we'll go back to my original question.
I have ownership over like platforms.
Yep.
Instagram, done a bit of the website, Facebook. Haven't done much on Facebook actually. YouTube.
It's for boomers, don't worry.
Pardon?
It's for boomers, don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah. I use Facebook. Don't diss. I love my Facebook. Yeah.
Wasn't a dig at you.
Yeah, I know. And the podcast, I feel like I'm more heavily involved with. But then Instagram is also a big part. Instagram is a very big part. And I think people don't realise how big of a job it actually is.
That's
and
why we hired someone, because we didn't want to just do it.
How much brain power it takes. Planning something to post, like content scheduling and stuff like that, is actually very,
Exhausting.
very hard.
Very
Yeah.
hard.
Exhausting.
Yeah.
And I never really, you look at Instagram accounts like, I'm trying to think of one. There's a gym in Queensland called Never Quit. They have really good content. I go through like their Instagram and kind of aspire to be like theirs. And I'm like, gosh, how do people come up with like, creative stuff like this? Like, how does someone just wake up one day and be like, oh yeah, like this is a good idea? I don't get it. I've come up with scare cam, and I remember
It's a good one, though.
to scare you once.
Yeah, you did it to me the other day when I came in from work.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you got me. I'll
yeah,
admit it.
you got me too.
yeah.
It's good.
It was a good reaction, but I didn't nearly backhand you. You're allowed to come in, Tyler.
Welcome to the podcast.
For the what?
Podcast. Where were we?
You'll hear it back on episode 3 of season 4. Don't worry, it'll make sense.
Of course, Tyler's opening food.
They're not your brownies, Tyler. You ate another packet.
Calories,
Fun fact.
Georgia. Calories.
Do you want to? No. Do you? Okay.
I thought he was coming in for food.
I was about to say, like, if he orders something, I'll transfer him some food.
Georgia has like adult money now, so Georgia's really happy that she can order her own food.
Yeah. And it's like different. It's like not Woolies money, which is what's so exciting. It's like,
Yeah, that is right. We do pay minimum wage.
yeah,
In
it's
fact,
good.
You get more than minimum wage.
I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
damn right you do.
Damn right I do. Woohoo.
So back to my original question, because we're going back on track again. You don't want to achieve. What do you want to achieve about us?
When I took the job, which is what,
Yeah,
your first
yeah,
question.
light bulb. It's coming back.
I wanted to achieve a sense of belonging
Yes.
because I feel like I had never really belonged in an area before. Like, especially basketball was pretty tough in the last few years. Never really felt like people wanted me there. And then also like other areas of sport, never really being the... A lot of girls experience this actually going through high school, never really being the first choice for a friend. I'm sure, like, unless you've...
No, I know exactly. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I'm not saying you're alone or anything. I'm just like...
I thought that's what you were saying, but anyway.
What are you implying here?
Yeah, a lot of teenage girls go through it. And when my sister said in year 7, like year 10 and like year 9 and 10 is going to be really hard, I wish she'd explained it because, yeah, it was very hard. But, I mean, now that I've achieved my sense of belonging here, because I really do feel like I really, like, this place holds a very special place, like,
Use your
spot in my heart.
words. Don't cry.
And and I don't shut up about it either. Like, I go somewhere and I'm like, oh my gosh, like today I'm like, I'm going on the podcast, and my friend's like, yeah, you've said that like 4 times. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm excited. Like, but yeah, just happy to feel like I belong somewhere. And I feel like a lot of teenage girls could wish they could say that, because yeah, high school is very tough, and yeah, I wish I could say it gets easier, but it doesn't. It does not. I thought moving school would make it a bit. I didn't move out of Mornington for any particular reason other than the fact that it wasn't really what I wanted. Like, it wasn't giving me anything for my sport, or like the curriculum wasn't really right for me. So it wasn't like a friend group like type of move, but it was more like, yeah, it wasn't really giving me what I needed. But yeah, shitty people follow you everywhere, and it's your choice if you want to, like, you have to make the decision if you want them in your life or not. And it's a very confronting decision to make. Like, do I actually want this person in my life? How am I benefiting from them being in my life? And that's about growing up, I guess. It's all about, like, going through high school and learning that some friends aren't for the long run. And, yeah, very tough decision, like, very tough lesson about high school. God, there are so many young gals, I hope that go to the gym that I can think of.
I'm glad you touched on this now, because this is going to be your topic in the next 20 minutes, is we're going to talk about that, so we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
What does the next, 3 months, 6 months look like for Georgia?
At Virtus?
Yeah.
A lot of content planning, event planning, getting content out there that people want to watch, and kind of figuring out what people like and what they don't like.
What do people like?
Lucy.
Yeah.
I've got to say.
They love Lucy.
Have a good day.
I mean, who doesn't like that, right?
Yeah. People love Lucy and Billy. People love having them around the gym.
I play those snippets like 10 times in a row.
Yeah.
They're the best.
My mum loves it too. I'll come home. She goes,
same.
"Oh, was Lucy at the gym?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I have a video." Like, here you go.
Yeah, when Georgia's meant to be doing her work.
Yeah.
Came in, for reference, it came in Wednesday. How'd you go with the podcast? Oh, yeah, I got a little bit done. Oh, yeah. What about this? Oh, I got distracted.
I got distracted. I did. I must admit.
And,
Throwing Lucy in the air.
Worth it.
Yeah,
And
worth it.
Worth it.
Yeah. Babysitting.
What don't people like? You say me and I'll leave.
No, your videos actually do get a bit of reach.
Oh,
So
I'll take that. Thanks.
yeah. What people don't like,
Well, not necessarily don't like, but don't engage with.
don't
or
engage with
as much as what you thought they would, or what's something that
Probably-
flopped that you didn't think would flop. Just generally, if there is.
Oh,
Is that thinking noise again?
yeah, trying to think.
Clonk.
Play some Pans, the monkey. Bing, bing. I'm gonna edit that into the. I'm gonna edit that over the monkey.
This is what Georgia means.
So this is what I mean with my creativity. I can't sit down for 40 minutes and be like, "Oh, plan." Like, someone will be like, "Plan this." I can't do it because I'll
I
just
feel
sit
like you
there.
definitely can.
No, I'll just sit there like fully blanked.
Hey, you're also 17. Shut up. You don't need to.
Yeah, exactly. But like, what people don't engage with, I'd say. Look, I want to say some of the like informative side of videos, like the how to get your form right, or like I don't know, but yeah, people don't get a heap of reach, which I feel like they should, because it's a lesson.
Yeah.
But people, I feel like unless it's directed at them and what they need help with, then yeah, it doesn't really get watched.
Do you
But-
think that comes from a background of people being on their phone looking at content that they don't really care about, but it's something to pass the time?
Yep.
If you're trying to tell me and learn something, I'm probably not going to care about it.
Exactly.
Yes?
Yeah. But yeah, definitely. I
What's
feel like
some things you're excited for?
some things I'm excited for. Me to get the scare cam video done. Just,
Yeah, TikTok.
That'd be good.
just to fully compile all the scare videos that I've done. You guys should need to start scaring each other as well.
You don't want me to do that.
No, absolutely not. No.
I get taken to HR enough. I don't need more. We don't have
That
one
is-
for
Yeah, we
reference.
don't have a HR. There is no one
Yeah, but
above.
Jazz didn't back me up. That's my point.
What? You throwing ping pong balls at us before this started?
Sting pong. If
Correction.
Harvey wasn't lying on my
Got a
leg.
mark for it.
George and I were playing clowns, and you were throwing them at me.
No.
Yeah.
What? Where were we?
What are you excited for?
What am I excited for?
Tyler.
I am excited for the staff retreat specifically.
Yep. Would you like to fill in the people of what that looks like?
Weekend.
George gets paid holiday.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets. That was pretty funny. You went there.
yeah.
I know what he was talking about.
At the staff meeting, we were talking about like how we're gonna plan out each staff member to cook like a certain like a breakfast, lunch, or dinner or something like that.
I believe Tyler nominated you for fried chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
okay with
anyways, and he just started like listing people, and like he was like, Georgia chicken nuggets, like it was pretty funny. So you'll probably get chicken nuggets one night.
Homemade or just like, you know?
Ordering Uber Eats.
How do you even home make chicken nuggets?
Oh, we're not going to go into that.
You got to grind the chicken and crumb.
Where'd the American Texas accent come from?
That's one thing I also love doing, southern accents.
Yeah.
And
Do you
like
actually?
English.
That's the third time during the
So-
podcast.
I need to think of a sentence to say that's in southern.
Say exactly what you just did again.
In Southern.
Southern accent. Fried chicken. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Anyway, retreat.
Oh, yes. A weekend away at...
And that's giggle count.
I'm going to guess before we even start. That's giggle count. I'm going to guess like 32,
I'm
maybe.
thinking higher.
Oh.
When are we starting it from?
I don't know. The clap. Not that
people
clap.
Don't hear you just gave away our
33.
secrets. People don't hear the clap,
Yeah, they do.
do they?
I don't edit it out.
I thought you did.
Oh.
Oh, clearly I don't pay attention to the first part.
Clearly.
Hey, exposed. You don't listen to the podcast.
I don't listen to my own episodes.
Yeah.
No one likes
Fair
listening to
enough.
their own voice.
No, it's horrible.
Yeah.
I also got the video on my phone, so retreat.
Sorry, retreat. retreat. It is a weekend away.
We might actually be on the retreat when this comes out.
Potentially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, probably.
Yeah.
Or it might be the weekend before. No.
Anyway. No, I think this actually is the weekend.
Happy 26th of Feb, because that is a Sunday, maybe. I'm going to say
You're in charge. I really hope that's correct.
I really hope it's correct too. I'm going to edit that out.
I have the power.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Weekend away. We haven't actually
Doing
booked the Airbnb yet. Well, there is presentations taking place.
On.
Our roles.
Yep.
Specific.
For what purpose?
Planning, brainstorming.
Yep.
What was
Tearing
that
it apart
giggle
and putting
for?
it back together.
What was that?
Yesterday when I said I was brainstorming, you got really excited. You're like, oh, are you coming to Vertis?
Yeah.
You're going to brainstorm? Oh, I'll help you.
Brainstorm together. I need to get my brief done. That reminds me.
Back on
Have you
track,
got your
sorry.
brief done?
I've done part of it. I haven't finished it.
Okay, I need help.
That's right, we can help you.
Oh,
I'm proud of you. You just asked for help.
thank you. Retreat. We haven't booked the Airbnb yet. Lockie's waiting till we get closer. So
He can't be bothered.
I.e.
Oh,
waiting
burn.
for the price to go down.
Yeah.
yeah, doesn't want to.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I will be 18. For all you viewers, wish me a birthday. Say happy birthday on the 23rd of Feb.
Happy birthday for the 23rd of Feb.
Because I'll be 18 when these come out. Happy birthday, me.
It's horrifying.
Very horrifying.
A child's growing up.
I'm just happy I'm still on my dad's healthcare. You don't have to go
Seriously, you come up with the most random shit.
You don't have to go off.
a bird.
You don't have to go off
Pretty sure you
healthcare.
said that earlier today.
Healthcare until you're 21. Did you know that?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I'm gonna dread turning 21.
You got a while. Don't worry.
I'm paying my phone bill and I'm like, oh.
Wait till you're closer to 30 than 20.
Mitch.
Downhill from here.
Uh-oh.
My knees got sore and my back hurts.
Oh. Hey, Fizz is right next door.
Speaking of knees, segue.
Yeah.
What happened to yours?
Athlete life.
Well, where it all started in March
As
14th.
the British accent.
Accent count.
March 14th of 2022.
It's a horrible accent.
That was terrible. Try again.
March 14th of 2022. I really am done with this accent
Yeah.
stuff until it like
Quit
whips
it.
back up. I have a video of it, but I'm not going to whip that up because it'll take me ages to find it.
Athlete life.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Tasmania, in the middle of Whoop Whoop, is Campbelltown in Tasmania? It's somewhere starting with
I
C.
thought Campbelltown was in New South Wales, but anyway.
Anyway, athlete life.
Yeah.
Yeah, relevance.
Yeah.
Judge, relevance?
Relevance count.
0.
You walked into that.
I specifically went to tackle a player, came down weird, and knee went that way, ankle went that way. So
My head went that way, my legs went that way.
Oh, we
Yeah.
were looking at that the other day when Tyler was doing the milk ad.
dollop.
No, that wasn't it.
But it's part of the ad. Full cream, no extra dollop.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
the
one.
app.
Yeah, we were. You weren't here.
Yeah.
No, I was on my deathbed.
No, you weren't. This was yesterday.
Oh.
You were playing golf, of course.
Damn right it was.
Mhm. Anyway,
definitely the sound
what
it
happened to your knee?
Anyways, we went to the physio. This was very dumb. Any athletes out there, if you get an injury, please check it out straight away because it does not help you in the long run. And I should have listened to my friends. I wish I could go back to March, Georgia, and be like, go get an MRI, go get it checked out because it will be better playing. It'll be better not playing a season than playing a season in pain and not knowing when you're going to be in pain. And so, yeah, anyways, I got back from Tassie. I didn't get it checked out. 6 weeks later, it was still causing me issues. Went to the physio. He said it was a possible meniscus. And then it was also kind of the mental battle of still, like, walking on it and trying to push myself to get ready for the season. And then people at school not believing me and going, oh, she's faking an injury and, oh, she's this. And shitty teenage boys, I've got to say.
Why are you looking at me like that?
No, I'm just not looking at you
No,
like anything.
I feel attacked.
No, I'm not attacking you because you wouldn't be like that. But
I was a bit of a shithead.
just phases though. Like, wasn't anyone? But anyways, yeah. Obviously, the mental battle as well. Coming back from an injury. Well, if people in class are watching this, they'll be like, "There was no injury." There was. Anyways, and then Stingrays.
I think we need an anyways gown too.
Yeah.
Anyways.
When Georgia realises that she's gone off track.
Yeah, sorry. Harvey's little head.
Anyways.
And then on December
lost it
1st
again.
or 2nd, try to remember. I keep a lot of dates in my head. I was at training. We were doing shuttle runs, and I was, obviously shuttle runs is weird. On the first one.
Thanks for that description.
No worries. On the first one, I ran and went to change direction with my left leg, which is the bad knee, and slipped.
No, we
Don't
don't
say
speak
good
ill
and
of our
bad.
knees.
Healthy.
What do we call it, Jess?
Strong and stronger.
My strong and stronger
Or-
knee.
No.
No,
Which one's
oh God.
left and right.
Oh,
or your
It's just left and right.
My left knee,
Correct.
which, yeah.
Is your left knee? Yes.
It's my left knee. And then went on we did running after that, which Stingray's running, God, gets me dead.
Raise cave.
Yeah, race cave.
Jazz doesn't get that.
No, I actually don't. Sorry.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
I know what that is.
Anyways.
Anyway.
I'm just going to start saying that.
Ooh. And it was causing me a bit of strife during the running, and I kind of said to the running coach, which Sammy Prime, shout out, she's pretty good.
She's pretty good.
Yeah.
I went to uni with Sam.
Really?
Oh, I think so. I think we're the same year.
Yeah.
She has a running background.
Yeah.
Big one.
Yep.
She's a good athlete.
Big one. She's a
Yeah.
very good athlete.
She is.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I just said to her, my knee's causing me a bit of pain in the same spot as like my past injury. And obviously I hadn't brought up the March injury to Stingrays just because obviously that mental side again, I didn't really want it to affect any of my game, knowing that I'd played that whole season with a taped knee and pain, to say the least. And so, yeah, it's been a long... How long has it been? It's been a long month and a half of...
47 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Going quick.
Yeah. That's the best way about podcasts.
Yeah. It's been a long month and a half of no running and just doing weights and then all of that. But,
Gym bra.
gym bro. Yeah.
Bra.
Gym gal.
Gym gal.
You've been doing your weights.
I have been.
You did it today again.
You.
In pieces.
Did
Yeah.
she do her squats and look at the ground?
Yeah, you did.
I didn't do squats today. They weren't on my program.
But when you do,
But yeah.
we need the sign back
I
up
did
on.
split squats
I
and
do
I
the
wasn't,
same thing.
I wasn't looking. I was looking at the ground. Fair enough. Guilty.
And then you walked. Question. Which way do you put your barbell back? In front of someone squatting or behind?
In front.
She goes, don't rack up as I'm on my last,
Don't re-rack.
rep.
Oh, I
And
was there. I know. Gym etiquette.
Ooh.
We've got to teach you a thing or two.
I'm sorry, Jasmine.
That's okay. I forgive you this once. Don't
Ooh,
do it again.
You got Jasmine.
I know.
Ooh.
I know.
Anyways, my left knee is my left knee. She's good. MRI was
She's
clear.
back.
I had a physio appointment on Tuesday. I'm running.
Can we have a round of applause?
No, it's not on there.
Damn it.
I changed the buttons.
Well, what one is...
Has like potential.
Okay.
Let's roll with it.
That's relevant.
Yeah.
Ted Lasso. Haven't seen it, but I know that's for
Ted Lasso?
Yeah.
Oh, my dad's watched that. Back to running. Well, we're back to training next week. I got new footy boots.
I saw
Round of
them.
applause.
Virtus Blue.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Career savers, as Mitch would say.
They are career savers. They are proper career savers.
My last ones were career savers too.
Hey, not gonna lie. Me too. Guess what? Washed up.
Hey. You're very mean to yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, self-deprecating humour. It's my sweet spot.
It's horrifying.
Yeah.
It's not about me.
I thought Tyler was playing a Harry Styles song. Sorry, my brain went somewhere else.
Oh, who would have thought? First time I've had that happen today.
Back to training next week. Back to full training in 2 weeks. Which we probably have a 1.5k time trial on Tuesday, and I mean, I'm not saying I want to get out of it because that would look very bad of me. Because I actually do want to do it. I feel like when you're injured, you kind of want to do anything. I'm not really injured anymore, thank God. But yeah, you look at girls are like, oh, I can't, like, I wish I was you. Like, I remember before they were doing running a couple of weeks ago, and I was sitting out on my last session before I went away. One of the girls was like, oh, I wish I was you. Like, do you want to trade? Like, you run and I'll...
You know what happens to those girls? What? Absolutely nothing.
And I was like, no, you don't. You do not wish you were me. Because, like, yeah, it sucks watching everyone do something that you are not able to. And, yeah. Anyways.
What's football Georgia like?
What do you mean?
How would your teammates describe you?
Loud.
I don't know. How would your team... Everyone describes you as loud.
Yeah.
What about football, Georgia?
Trying to think of the word.
Who did you play for locally?
Went from Ballura
Yeah.
to, I think 3 years with them, 2 or 3 years with them, to Mount Martha, to Mornington Bulldogs.
When did you start playing footy?
2016?
Jazz's question was actually, when did you plant football?
Did I actually
Yeah.
write that? I'm
I
not
had a laugh.
surprised.
Jazz's question for you was, when did you start planting footballs?
Oh. Well, my gardening stage actually hasn't come in yet. but that's okay.
You're learning how to go with it. This
Did
is
I
so-
really write that?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I
Looks
love
bad.
that.
I mean, you did bring all these plants in.
Why don't you water them?
Because
The
Harvey
one at the
eats them.
front only is dying because it gets very humid there. And it's...
That's a question from Noah Oliver, just so you know.
Yeah, don't worry, I woke up with the Snapchat saying they're sick. So, anyways.
Poor plant.
Yeah, poor plant.
Anyway.
Rip. Paul
Football
Rudd
Georgia.
is his name. Football Georgia. Yeah, loud. I also, one of my friends can vouch for this. I am, what's the word you used before?
I mean, we've been talking for 54 minutes, so it could be deprecating humour.
Yes. Very, do not believe in myself at all. Zero faith in myself.
Why?
I feel like just growing up, again in that basketball field, being told that I wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
And still believing that I'm not good enough. And I feel like Ray's has kind of woken me up and gone, wow, okay, I deserve to be here, and I'm grateful to be here. But yeah, again, everything comes with a very heavy mental side of stuff, and yeah, I have zero faith in myself, and I'm very tough on myself. I'll come out of a really good game, but I'll only focus on one really bad play, and that'll play on my mind for a few days, which is, yeah, tough. Especially when everyone else focuses on the good side of things, but you're the only one kind of beating yourself up about one specific part of the game, which is me.
What do you do to combat that?
Distract myself. Coming here. is a distraction. Not so much the only reason I'm here, to distract myself from that, but I just do stuff that I enjoy, like going out for breakfast with my sister, or like getting a coffee, or going on walks. Going to the gym is one as well. Yeah. I want to get a diary, actually. I need to do that. Page 8 have good diaries.
Who?
Page 8?
I don't know.
Do you know Page 8?
I don't, sorry.
You guys!
I'm
Page 8 is where I got your card from.
Is it like, what typo?
Do you know?
Is that typo?
It's
It's
better
like
than
bougie
typo.
typo.
Yeah.
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 It's like Kiki K.
Or it's not so much like stationery, it's a bit of everything.
Okay.
They have like travel books and plant books and
Plant books.
plant books. Like plant book. Indoor
Ooh.
jungle. They have wine glasses. It's very like a spot where like local artists, I feel like, go to sell their stuff. I
Okay.
think. So yeah, it's a good shop.
It's like Etsy but local.
Yeah. I'd say yeah.
Anyway.
Cool. Anyway.
Anyway, yeah, I need a journal because I've read that writing stuff down in a journal helps.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's a good start.
Yeah. We had a
Have
journal
you
for school.
Tried it before?
No. Well, we actually have a journal for school, but I've never really used it.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like, again, it's just like me telling myself I don't have time to, or like shying away from expressing how I feel, which, yeah, another thing I do not like doing, as you guys can tell.
Why?
What?
I know.
Yeah.
That's coming, don't worry.
What's coming?
That's your topic. Remember, season 4 has topics.
Oh,
Yeah. We're going to talk about George's feelings. Not yet, though.
not yet.
Soon.
Okay.
What do you want to do with football?
I want to play VFL.
If you were to compare yourself to someone, AFL, AFLW, even both, who would you say you play like?
Oh,
What are your strengths?
good in the air. I have good marks. Very strong with my hands. I also like to think I have a bit of a strong body, but there are girls that can body me, which is, yeah.
You get better at using it.
Yeah. I just need to learn how to use it. That's exactly right. I have a good kick when I'm not beating myself up about it. And I'd like to think I've gotten faster too with my running. Obviously, like now, kind of a setback. So I kind of hope I get back into it. But last season, I thought I was pretty speedy for my height, especially. Tall girls aren't seen as very fast. So, yeah. I'm also, like, in the ruck. I like jumping. Yeah. Being in the air.
That's where you live.
Yeah.
In the clouds.
My head way up there.
George's world. So who do you compare yourself to?
Who do I compare myself to?
Or who do you model your game on? Or what do you... Yeah.
AFLW? Not because people call me G-Train, but I do like to think...
I'll make her listen to this.
I model my game on Caitlin Greiser, yeah. Because she's very strong body-wise. And she's got a good kick.
She does.
She's got one bomb of a kick.
She does.
Yeah, I like to think I model my game off her. She's very strong.
Yep.
Trying to think AFL.
You don't
Can't
need
think
to.
of. Yeah.
You don't need to.
No, I can't really think of any guys I model my game off.
Who'd you idolise growing up?
In the sporting field?
Anyone.
Anyone?
Yeah.
I don't know. I cannot think.
Who'd you put on a pedestal?
One Direction.
There's nothing wrong with that. So did every other basic white girl. But anyway.
I loved One Direction.
Yeah, so did every other basic
Love a good One Direction song.
They're
Why?
pretty good.
I wasn't a Justin Bieber gal. I was a One Direction gal.
Why?
Because I feel like they also go into that sense of belonging. Like they had each other,
Yep.
and I kind of wish I had that. With which I do now, but yeah.
What's wrong with it?
Yeah.
I find the intricacies of that world mind-boggling because I don't get it.
Yeah, but Sad. They're broken up. Sad.
Breakups happen for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason.
Amen, sister.
Yeah. That is one quote I have been living by. Anytime something bad happens, everything happens for a reason.
It's only stressful if you make it stressful.
Yep. It's only embarrassing if you make it embarrassing.
Who said that?
You.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. What do you... I was going to say, starting now at Virtus, what do you find yourself doing that you didn't do previously?
Stress about what I put up on Instagram.
Hmm.
I used to never ever stress about social media, but now that I'm like in the eye of it, and people see, oh God, I don't know how to word it, but
It's a great little segue, so keep going.
yeah, I am uploading what God knows how many people watch, like a lot of people look at the Instagram. And
Self-praise.
and I
Self-praise. Yeah.
and I am the one trying to upload and make
Yep.
things that people want to watch. Which I never thought I'd be doing that when
You
I
do a good job.
yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
No worries.
Yeah. I never thought I'd be doing that. And it's kind of funny because when I tell people I work here, they go, "Oh, is that something you see yourself doing in the long term?" I'm like, "Well, I mean, now that I'm in it, yes. I want to get better at it and I want to learn social media influencers. You look at their accounts and it's God, how do you make that video?" I look at a lot of people. I listen to the 9 to 5 fitness podcast, which I don't know what your guys Tyler and your outlook is on, or your outlook. Do you know who they are?
I've actually never listened to them before.
Jazz is like a young old person.
Oh,
Sorry.
they're fitness influencers, but people have differentiated opinions about them. I like them.
Yeah, I have no opinion at all, actually.
Yeah.
I have no aversion or positive outlook to either. It just sometimes comes across my page and I'm more than happy to watch it.
They make good content.
Yeah.
I'm just going on their their Instagram, even their private Instagrams. They make good content.
Yep.
They make videos that people want to watch, and
What makes it good content?
yeah.
What makes it good content? That's a question.
What makes? Sorry, I was looking out the window. I was
I know, that's what I had to ask you.
what makes good content?
Yeah, or what makes you want to listen / watch what they put out? For someone who is in the same field, technically.
Me.
Yeah, you.
Oh.
Georgia's fading.
Yeah, I'm fading. I can't think.
She needs a Uber Eats. You need a
Zambies.
snack.
If Mornington Zambreros want to sponsor the podcast, that'd be fantastic.
Oh, it would be fantastic.
Georgia, you're right. You're in charge.
A Zambrero's voucher for every person that goes on the podcast.
You're in charge.
But I mean, because I'm the one setting it up, I have to get a voucher. So
You're in charge.
You're in charge.
I'm going to email them.
You're in charge. What's that? Jazz, do you have any other questions you'd like to ask Georgia before we segue into the topic of the day?
I don't think so. No. Topic of the day.
Segue it is.
What's the topic of the day?
So you half know about what this topic is, but I wanted to put you on the spot so you didn't really have a chance to simmer.
Okay.
So the topic for today's episode with Georgia is growing up as a teenager on the Mornington Peninsula, because it's very different to growing up in elsewhere and other places, as we all know, but other people don't necessarily.
Yeah.
But also, what is it like going through some pretty important times in your life through the middle of pandemic? I want to know your perspective on that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So now your brain has to work for another 25 minutes and then you're good.
Can you please repeat the question?
Yes.
At a simpler form?
Yeah. So I want to, that's the topic.
Okay.
The first question I'm going to ask you is, how did you find COVID?
Mentally draining. There was a day, I'd say probably a year into the lockdown, the whole fiasco, and I watched, it was a movie, when I was meant to be doing school, which is another thing. School online was shit, very hard. And I mean, I'm grateful that I wasn't doing year 12 through lockdown, because I can't even imagine what year 12's doing online, VC, hard work, not having anyone there to help you. But I'm trying to think of the movie.
The reason I ask you this question, and the reason we're going down this path, is I know, one, no one really understands what a teenager goes through, full stop. And we have a lot of parents at Virtus that have young teenagers that are struggling to an extent. coming now out of COVID, which obviously COVID is a byproduct, and when you go through those important times and important years, like everyone experiences it differently. And I think, being 15 when COVID started, right?
Yeah, just fresh. 15.
Yeah, so pretty impressionable and like pretty high on growth and development. I'm coming this as a perspective of how can parents potentially understand what it felt like to go through COVID as a teenager?
I feel like giving their teenagers space, but also not too much space. When I was
How do you balance the two?
Pardon?
How do you balance the two?
Yeah. Well, when I was going through COVID, my dad would take my phone off me I love my dad, by the way. This is not bashing him in any way. I love you, Dad, if you're listening to this.
He'll listen.
But
He gave you a good luck message.
yeah. He would take my phone off me. I think it was past 10 o'clock, 10:30. Just because, like I was on a screen all day. I absolutely see where he's coming from. Like sitting on a screen all day, he doesn't want me sitting on a screen all night because that's way too much. But he would take my phone off me past, I think it was 10 o'clock, 10:30. And that just, when your parents do something that you are unhappy with, like I had my phone for a way to connect with my friends because when I did have my phone, the only way I was able to connect with them was through, hey, do you have this piece of work or can you help me with this? Or do you want to get on a Teams meeting and we'll do this work together? Not oh my God, teenager gossip, this happened, all this. And that was probably the worst part of it. I learned how to get around a lot of things. I had an iPhone 5 that I used to text friends, and I had Instagram on my laptop. I learned how to download Snapchat on my laptop. Yep. So that I could text my friends and just kind of reach out. And especially living in Chelsea, I didn't get to see them as much when I was at that house. Because obviously they're all...
Your 5K radius is the water.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. And all I went was home, work, because I was an essential worker. That was shit.
Where were you working?
Well. Woolies.
Woolies,
yeah. Been there for almost 3 years. And yeah, I was right in the middle of it too. So anyways, being in Chelsea, I didn't get to see friends a lot, which was really damaging. And very lonely, I will admit.
What's the outcome? What does that look like now for you? So obviously you have time to reflect on it, and you are getting better at reflecting.
Yeah, I guess.
No, you are. Positive affirmations, Georgia. No self-deprecating humour.
Yeah.
Don't be Mitch.
Okay.
Be less like Mitch.
Wait, what was it?
What's it like to reflect on that now? So what's the outcome of that? What do you feel like that's changed or affected you?
It's affected me in a way I enjoy going out, but I am also, if I go out, I want to end up in my own bed at the end of the night. I want to sleep in my own bed, and I don't want, I like having friends over, but, I don't like having them sleep over, because it's just it was so draining of not seeing anyone for so long. I got used to it, and it was just kind of okay, this is I'm on my own kind of thing. And yeah, I just got very used to being on my own. And now that I'm comfortable with being by myself, it's something that's definitely I've gotten used to it. Yeah, that was.
What do you wish your parents knew that you either couldn't express or didn't know how to or didn't want to?
Didn't want to, how hard it was. And I never really wanted to speak back to my dad, because I'd never I'm the only Templeton child left living in that house, because I have 2 step siblings and a stepmom, and I didn't really want to disappoint him in a way, and it was always me too scared to I'd always argue about it with my phone. But
you don't argue. What are you talking about?
What?
No.
He'll be happy to hear that. I argue.
He'll be like, you goddamn liar.
Yeah, I wish they could. I wish I could go back and say Georgia, speak up. You have a voice and you mean something, and you have a place in this world and you deserve to express it. And hey, Dad, I'm feeling really lonely right now. can I have my phone tonight? Or like, hey dad, I just want to call mum or something like that. It was always a lot of, you can call her in the morning as well, and you can text her in the morning. And that's what resorted me to texting her on Instagram on my laptop, and I texted a lot of friends on Instagram and everything. But yeah, just how hard it was. And I know it was hard for them too. I'm not taking away from the fact that it was hard for everyone.
Yeah, you're a little shithead. What are you talking about?
But yeah, it was. And I know a lot of people felt like that. I don't know about other people if their parents took their phones off them, but it was, yeah, a very low time in my life. I think I went, like, it made me sleep in as well, because I slept upstairs and my phone was kept downstairs. There was a lot of times, like, I can't even be bothered to go get my phone right now, to like go downstairs and get my phone and say hi to my friends. Like, I'm just going to hop right onto class. Or
what did you use as like a, I don't know if a coping mechanism is the right word, but like, what did you do instead of?
Watching movies, TV shows. I spent a lot of my time watching movies and TV shows, yeah.
In looking back, do you wish you did something different?
Yeah, I wish I went outside more.
Yeah.
I didn't go outside a lot.
What stopped you from going outside, besides just I can't be bothered?
Yeah, I think majority of it was that I can't be bothered.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong.
Yeah. Majority of it was, like, a run is so much effort, and even though, like, I was playing footy at that point, but it was also, like, when am I going to be able to actually pick up a footy again? And, like, if, like, you're only allowed an hour outside a day, and if someone... I also had a lot of friends that really had a problem, like, just because you were on a walk... Like, I went on a walk with a friend, and all of a sudden, everyone would be attacking me and being like, oh, you're selfish, like, you, like, COVID, like, people are dying from this, like, stay inside.
Is that I kind of feel like it's an immature mindset. Is that like a teenage mindset kind of thing? Like,
yeah.
No one had anything else better to do?
No, yeah. And, yeah, that's exactly right. No one had anything else better to do.
Yep. Like,
everyone was on their phones all the time. And it was also like, oh, if they're seeing their friends, why can't I see mine? Like an endless chain. And then it would cause everyone being outside and all of that, which is, yeah. But, I'm trying to think where we were before I...
Doesn't matter. Just keep talking.
Beelined. Now I've lost my train of thought.
Walking. Not wanting to go outside.
Yeah, not wanting to go outside. Lying in bed. Saying, like, bed was my comfort.
Yep.
Like, I slept in a lot. I slept through classes a lot. I didn't do a lot of tasks. It was a lot of, I'll do this task tomorrow. Like, I'll sleep through this class, and, like, my teacher will talk, and then all of a sudden it'd be the end of the meeting, and they'd be like, oh, Georgia, why haven't you left? And I'm literally asleep. Like, I was asleep. I wasn't on the meeting.
I love that.
I didn't listen to anything they were saying that whole time. But a lot of the days, I do not remember a lot of the days, because a lot of them were, alarm went off at 8:45, class started at 8:50, fell asleep from 8:50 till like 10 o'clock, and then hopped on to the next class, and just kind of made a list of all the tasks that I hadn't done, that I needed to get done. And then it piled up, and it showed on my report. But apparently my report was good that year. Dad made a joke and was like, oh, maybe she should be home all the time. God, no.
let the wings fly.
Yeah.
What was the difference between normal Georgia school life prior to and after?
I was a very different person. I was...
Do you find a lot of people were?
Yeah.
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 In what way?
They weren't tired. And, I mean, people are, like, I feel like now we kind of say, like, a social battery.
Yep.
But before then, I never, ever heard about it.
Yep.
And people now...
Good thing or bad thing?
Bit of both.
Yeah.
I feel like if someone doesn't have a social battery, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing wrong with it. You just need a day to yourself, or however long it takes you to recover from it. Like, do what you feel like you need to do.
Yeah, I think that's a positive outcome of a lot of it is I find that people get less annoyed if you choose not to go to something because you just don't have the energy to do that. which I think is a positive thing at least.
Yeah, and I feel like COVID also brought out a lot of people like learning how to take care of themselves. Finally, because I definitely learned how to take care of myself and learned how to treat myself almost.
Yep. What did you do
And
to do that?
There was a lot of online shopping, I will admit.
It's okay.
A lot of my money
Good
went
choice.
out. Yeah, a lot of...
Yeah,
I had-
I'm here for it.
yeah, like I'd get a paycheck and I'd spend it and then it was all of a sudden gone and then it's like, oh my gosh, I need to buy a
Fine.
car in a year. And now it's, oh my gosh, I'm buying a car next month.
Oh my god, shit! I don't have a car.
It's like, shit.
Yellow shoes.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I have a lot, same. A lot of clothes
Yeah.
that I bought over COVID and haven't seen in a while. You know when you're going to sleep and it's like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen that top in ages, and all of a sudden you
I
can't
most definitely do not do that.
Really?
No, I'm like, hey, I'm going to sleep. Okay,
Yeah.
bye, I'm asleep.
Yeah.
No way. The other night I hadn't seen a top that I always wore and I was like, I have to find this. Where is it?
Is this how your brain works?
yeah. Yeah.
Light bulb.
Bing.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Haven't heard
Anyways.
that in a while.
Anyways. Where were we?
social batteries.
Social batteries. Yeah, they're a good thing and a bad thing. Like, obviously you want to have a social battery because you want to be out and about. But not having a social battery is fine. It's not something that should be frowned upon. And like, I don't know how to I don't know how to talk right now. Who knew that talking for an hour and a half could be so tiring?
Me.
Yeah, you've done this a lot.
No, not at all. You can talk underwater. I knew you wouldn't struggle with this part of it. It's more the brain, like alcohol.
Harvey's done.
Yeah, Harvey's that cold. Little Harvey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it definitely shouldn't be something that's frowned upon, because if you can't be bothered to go out, it's your body saying you need to take a break, and it's your mind saying, okay, I need a second to just kind of, whether it's like literally just lie on the couch and like watch a movie, or I like just sitting in a quiet room for a long time, not even on my phone, just sat there for a long time, just like thinking, letting all these thoughts pass over, whether it was, oh my gosh, I'm so behind, or like in school, or, oh my gosh, I miss footy, like I want to go back. Like you never really miss something until you like don't, what's that saying?
Distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah, definitely. That is a very true statement. I agree with that.
Thanks, Georgia.
No worries. But yeah, I have never heard the expression like social battery until after COVID and until recently. Like,
What do you find about maybe some of your friends or like your network?
one of my friend groups, they love to go out, and I love that for them, but I don't have the effort.
So
Like-
blue light discos, yeah.
What was that disco in Main Street called? Was
Blue light
Blue light
disco.
disco.
Blue light disco.
I
'Cause
always
that's all
wanted.
we do as underages, Georgia.
Yeah, I always wanted to go. When my sister went to a blue light
She's
disco,
missing the point of it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, I don't
You
get it.
went right over your head.
when my sister was my age, obviously not COVID yet, she'd go to blue light discos, and I'd be like, Mum, why can't I go? And then all of a sudden, my time
As
to
you're
go to a blue
11.
light disco was
You know what?
I was stuck inside.
Yeah, not worth it.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
social group.
social group. Yeah, they
Like,
love.
what changes do you see, or like what's the difference?
They
Because I'm sure people adapted and changed to it differently, right?
Yeah. They adapted to it, saying, okay, like when you're older, you're not going to remember working every day, and you know, like you got to live your teenage years to the fullest. I guess sounds a bit corny or whatever.
Oh, it is. But carry
Yeah.
on.
And they like have 100%. Like I envy them because they go out and they have fun and they're out all night, and then I'm just like in bed and I'm like, oh, like I was invited. It's not I didn't get an invite. It's I couldn't be bothered. It's like I'd rather just lie in bed than catch a train into the city and do something fun with friends.
Yep.
There's
There's nothing wrong with being an introvert.
Yeah. People have adapted like that, like seeing that not every day is promised, and that you should not go every day wondering, oh, like, what if I did this, or what if I did this differently, or something like that. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just kind of rambling. Sorry.
Welcome to podcasting.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Structured rambling.
But yeah, a lot of people are also like me. Like they just kind of go out when they feel like it.
Yep.
Because that's me.
Can you think of like a negative outcome or like a negative change that you've noticed? Not necessarily for you. It could be for you if you want, but just in general. And I'm sure Jazz is due for a question.
Yeah. I'm trying to.
Sorry, I've just been enjoying listening. You're better
I'm so happy to hear that. A negative outcome.
Or like something that's not positive. Doesn't necessarily have to be negative, but
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
like being a teenager at that age, having your best years as a teenager, like blocked.
Mm.
It affects people in different ways.
Yeah.
Some people adapt and end up positively or make a positive adaptation. Some people don't have the ability to, or are in environments that make that challenging or are in their own way a lot. Can you imagine or think of anything like that?
Not off the top of my head. I can't really. I'm kind of blanking.
I don't have anywhere for you to go. I'm imagining this in my head.
Yeah. My gosh, I'm gonna be annoying and say repeat it, just so I can really listen. Like, what did you?
Oh, I was like, repeat what?
Say the question again.
Yeah.
So, like, can you imagine a situation or environment where someone potentially didn't know how to or didn't adapt to being locked inside for 18 months? Or like, did you notice it changing or affecting any of your friends that you didn't think it would in certain ways? Or
maybe not any of my friends, but like people in the public eye.
Yeah.
Like a lot of influencers have really flourished through COVID.
Yep.
And they've realised, exactly what I said before, that not every day is promised and that they're trying to get the most out of their days. And, just a lot of people in the public eye. Like, that's really all I can think of. I can't really think of anything for myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You don't need to have an answer. I'm just, I'm imagining like my life as being a 15-year-old to 17-year-old, like going through middle school into VCE, like as much as high school is like amazing and everything like that, there is certain moments that people don't enjoy full stop, but there's also things that are like euphoric in a way that you can kind of look back and go, that's pretty cool. And I can imagine going through that time and obviously being able to look back at it now, you can kind of imagine going, wish I could do that, or hey, I wish I didn't do this, or hey, I wish I went and actually tried that. And I'm just imagining that having that all taken away, like what kind of effect does that have on teenagers? That being a teenager is hard enough, let alone having to do it in a pandemic. Do you have anything, Jazz, to add to that? I see you looking and peering, like you're thinking as well.
No, I was just going to say, was there anything in particular that you learnt or took away from the time during COVID where you said there was a lot of time on your own, just you in the water?
It's just me in the 5 kilometre radius.
Scary.
To be a fly on the wall. George's brain just occupying itself. Hey, Jazz, can you repeat the question?
No. Maybe. I think one thing I took away from it was, I'm so jealous of people that didn't experience COVID at my age. Like they actually, like the blue light disco, you actually got to experience the blue light disco. Like I never have. And a lot of
We
kids.
still have 20 days.
Well,
Is that under 18, isn't it? Or is that like
still
under
go.
15 or something? I don't even know.
the 23rd.
As in like what age you have to be to go to the light disco.
I thought you didn't remember my birthday.
No, so I was like 20 days. Like that's
Yeah.
just
How
Yes.
dare you?
I don't know the age actually. I haven't looked at. I forgot about a blue light disco.
Look it up. You might be able to go.
Yeah, maybe I'll look it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, very envious of people that got to experience things without it being interrupted. Like there was a program at Mornington. I can't remember what it was called, but for a whole term, you went out and like learnt in a different area, and it was like term 1 was surf, term 2 was like horse riding and stuff like that, term 3 was snow, and term 4 was like surfing again. And yeah, I got into the surf program. I got in what I wanted to, and then got locked down for 18 months. Like, I didn't get to experience that. I missed 18 months of my footy. Like, it always crosses through my mind, would I be in Rays earlier if I had those years of footy? I never got to experience V-line. I just never really got that. Yeah, I just wish I knew, like, that's one thing that plays through my mind a lot is, could I be playing Rays earlier, and could I actually have a shot in the draft if COVID wasn't a thing? And, like, would I be where I am right now if COVID wasn't a thing? Like, everything happens for a reason, as I said before again. Like, would I be here if COVID wasn't a thing? Like, would I be at SEDA if COVID wasn't a thing? It's like, it's a very broad
Ifs, buts,
topic.
maybes.
Yeah. And I can't live by that. I can't live with, like, regret, because
Overrated.
very overrated.
Lots of people hate me for saying that, but they can suck it up.
No, yeah, suck it up. Seriously. Yeah.
I reckon you answered Mitch's question.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you answered the other question. There you go. We just needed to ask you a different
We got
question,
you.
and we got it.
We got you.
Yeah. I wish I got, that's one thing. I wish I got to experience V-line. A lot of girls my age did. And a lot of girls, like, the tour last year, like, oh, Georgia, why didn't you get invited? I'm too old. I missed.
I'm old as shit.
I'm old. Like, I'm getting older. And it's like,
At the ripe old age of being born in like 2012.
Five.
Yeah. 2005, probably cool.
Let's go. We're 2000s.
You might be our youngest podcast guest. Oh, Lucy, sorry.
oh, damn it.
Billy.
She's cute.
Billy.
I feel like Billy was on it.
Yeah, Billy didn't have the headphones on, but
Nah,
she was in one.
She
She was in
there.
one, yeah.
Yeah, I wish I experienced V-line, and I wish I experienced Tasmania earlier, and because Tasmania was the best trip I've probably ever been on in my life.
Yep.
Like, we didn't have our phone for 4 days, and I got back and got on my phone. I'm like, what the hell do I do now?
What
Like,
was so good about it?
I don't know, just actually having zero stress.
I love how everyone can hear that. Sorry.
I was like, what is that?
Mitchie might be a Trevor playing on the home.
Like, I feel like for 4 days straight, I didn't have any stress other than, like, oh my God, am I going to play foot? Like, how is this game going to turn out? And
Less time to think.
yeah, and not, oh my gosh, like, I have this event coming up next week, like, looking at my phone, what am I going to wear? Or something like that. It's like,
Less pondering and more
love
doing.
it.
yeah. And it's like, Tassie, like, if you play in the MPJFL, shout out, go to Tassie or New Zealand.
99.9% sure my sister did that as well. I think back in the day.
Yeah.
Anyway, irrelevant fact, but yeah.
No, relevant.
There you go.
Yeah.
She's not going to listen.
Fun fact. Oh, fair enough. Pop that.
Sad.
No one needs to hear my voice more than I have to. She's had 23 years of it, so
Oh, yeah,
you guys got a while.
Fair enough.
23 to go.
But yeah, best 4 days of my life. I made friendships that I never thought I'd have, and like a lot of my footy friendships now is from Tassie, and I know people that I never thought I would, and like Rays I probably wouldn't be playing Rays if it wasn't for Tassie, and yeah, I just wish I got to experience it earlier when I was younger, and kind of shape life lessons like teenage, like growing up. I wish I could have. Yeah. I wish. Can't live by that.
What are you glad was the biggest struggle, looking back at being a teenager in COVID?
Oh, that's a
What are you happy that sucked?
shaping friend groups.
Yeah.
Yeah. Toxic people.
Because you don't have to see them.
Yeah. Yeah. Toxic people follow you everywhere. Like, you probably, like, I don't know what to say.
I forget more people
Like-
than I know, so.
Yeah.
It
And-
happens.
Everyone probably has people in their life where they're like, oh, they're probably not the best for me at this point in, like, point in time in my life. Like, do they need to be in my life? And it's, yeah.
It's the age-old adage of when you leave high school.
Mm.
Like, I think I probably have 4 or 5 mates that I still talk to from high school. My cohort was probably 180 people.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I had 42.
Shit. We had a
Wow.
big high school.
42.
Well, right now I have 26, so
Yep.
Fair. Fair, you win.
yeah.
But yeah, it is the age-old adage. Your parents will tell you, you
Yeah.
know, your real friends will stick around. Like, COVID sped that process up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it definitely did.
Yep.
100%. Yeah. I knew a lot of people through COVID, and now I'm like I know people here,
I
and
made you reflect on this shit, didn't I?
yeah.
Damn!
Damn! I haven't really, ever thought of this. Yeah, my friend group now consists of, people at the gym and, you guys, and I'd say...
Hey!
and friends.
Gym friends.
And I'd say maybe 20 people max from my old school, from Mornington.
Yep.
Maybe a bit more than that. But it's also people I want to spend time with, and not people I have to go see them. I don't know. But yeah, COVID definitely did speed up that process. 'Cause yeah, I have a lot of I don't talk to a lot of people that I did pre-COVID. Some I wish I still did, some I don't.
Yep.
But even when you graduate high school, that'll be still be in the back of your mind. But yeah, I'm happy with the friendships I've made here, especially.
I'm glad. Thanks.
Hmm?
Thanks.
Yeah, that's okay. I feel like having older friends, not
Whoa.
that you guys are old. I'm not saying.
Whoa.
Not saying.
All right.
Jeez,
Come on. Oh, I see how it is.
no. Like having older friends.
There it is again.
Sorry, but you guys are older than me. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're old. I'm
Remember
just
how you
saying
said it's only awkward if you make it awkward? You're making it awkward.
Breathe.
well, has definitely taught me a lesson. I can't think in what way at all, but I count.
We're also old young people.
Yeah, that's very true.
Easier to relate to, but easier to learn off.
Yeah. Wow.
Grandparents. Funkle. Funty.
Fake uncle.
Whoa.
What does that mean?
Fun uncle.
Uncle!
Oh, my God.
That is the best.
Clip it. Clip it.
Are you just left me hanging?
Yeah. Oh, boy. Clip that too. The wheels are falling off. We're going to wrap this up in a minute. But any
Fake
other... Yeah, fake.
Cop that.
Just go fuck myself.
Bye, bitch.
No worries. You fucking end this yourself. No?
See you later.
Buddy. Any other passing comments on COVID as a teenager before we wrap this up? Because let's be honest, no one really understands what a teenager goes through. You only work that out when you reflect on it yourself. But also, no one knows what people go through during COVID either. Everyone has different experiences. So,
Yeah.
as a teenager, that no one understands anyway.
Yeah.
Any other passing comments, thoughts,
Um,
comments, questions, queries?
comments
Yeah.
COVID and boys.
Yeah.
That was something else. Because I feel like when you're lonely, you are only searching for someone that will try and fill that void.
Yep.
And it is most definitely, it could be the right person for you, but it is most definitely not.
Yep.
I feel like everyone's experienced, everyone my age experienced different relationships with different people through COVID. And yeah, I don't talk to a single guy I used to talk to through COVID just because I needed new people to talk to.
Yep.
And that's all it was.
Yep.
It wasn't really anything else. But yeah, that's also a big thing as a teenage girl. Boys.
Yep.
It's tough. It's tough out here.
Yeah, we're dicks.
Fucking oath.
Language. Just punch
Careful,
yourself in the
Georgia.
face. You're right there.
I am, yeah. And boys will be dicks, and girls also are the same. Girls can be ruthless.
Worse.
Yeah, girls can be,
Yeah.
I mean, I can admit I've been a bitch to some people in my life. And, like, coming here has made me realise that. Like, really, like...
Reflection.
Go home and cry myself to say, shit, why did I do that?
Yeah. I mean, sounds bad, but when it comes to, like, talking to boys, you want to trust them, but you never really can.
Yep. Or anyone.
Or anyone. Yeah, exactly. Like, people talk about it on TikTok a lot. Like, you can never really trust anyone. And it's like, wow, okay. Like, that's very deep. Because, I mean, it's true. Like, you don't really know who you can trust. And, I mean, yeah. Yeah.
George's brain's just exploded because she's like, I don't know how to think about this shit.
Getting a relationship as a teenage girl is hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard. And people don't realise it, but it is.
Yep.
And you will probably, if you walk up to any single, well, obviously you wouldn't, like, I'm just saying,
I'm definitely
like,
not going to do that.
I'm just
so
saying,
you know.
like, genuinely,
I know what you mean.
if you walk up to a girl about my age, I'm not saying everyone wants a boyfriend, but I want a boyfriend.
Yep.
Like, I want a boyfriend.
Why?
I don't know. I just want to feel like I'm someone's first choice.
Sure.
That's what a lot of it is.
Yep.
I want to feel like I am someone that they wake up and go, oh, like I got to like text them, or I'm going to go make plans or see them or something like that. But yeah, never really got to experience that.
It's developmental. It's behavioural. It's we're technically on this planet to procreate and leave.
Yeah, basically. Damn.
And on that note,
We're out of here.
anything else, Chaz? I'll just leave on that bombshell for everyone.
How have you found being on the podcast? Was it as fun as you thought it would be?
So
Yeah.
it's not that scary.
Nerve-wracking though.
What's your heart rate, you two? While we're still talking.
Mine's definitely lower.
I reckon mine would be...
I reckon it was because I was chasing Harvey around.
Poor Harvey.
What do you mean, poor
He's
Harvey?
cocked it.
He has. He's going to sleep all the way home.
Poor rat boy.
Oi, watch it.
Sorry, Mum.
Apple.
Current 84.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not great. It's not bad.
Dropped down to 79 just then. Oh, now it's
60.
67
Look at you guys. See?
BPM.
What did you enjoy about it that you didn't think you would?
Getting so many things out that I haven't talked about for so long,
Why do you think I asked you to come on?
so that I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Character building.
Wow, no, now everyone knows that my dog ate my guinea pig.
And called out. And it was most definitely your fault.
Yeah, sure was.
Murderer.
Who has a greyhound and brings a guinea pig into the house?
You.
Honestly.
Georgia.
Seriously.
Yes.
Should have listened to my nan.
Learnt your lesson. Won't do it again. I
Yeah.
hope.
Oh, no. I don't want a guinea pig
Keep it
again.
away from
Daisy would not eat Harvey.
He's so cute.
I know.
All right, team. We're out of here. Thanks for listening. We got there in the end.
I'm going to go
We
get
kept-
Uber Eats.
We kept it. I was going to say we kept the train on the rails, but it definitely came off a few times.
Oh, it definitely
been
came off a
bumpy.
few times.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, George.
Thanks for having me.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good day.
I love it.
Love you, Lucy.